All righty, folks, the housing market has flipped. We are seeing inventory build. We are seeing days on market extend. We are seeing markets like Las Vegas, Nevada go from 1.4 month supply to 1.6 in a month that traditionally doesn't happen. I want to catch you guys up on what that means for you, because this should be seen as good news. If you are in the one rental at a time community, you want a slower market. So this particular texting started with a gentleman named Joe D, a rock star investor and agent in Vegas with 30 years experience. My good friend and your good friend, Ty, and I. And Ty, you remember this text from the weekend, yeah?
I do. Absolutely.
And do you remember your response like 5 minutes later on the text string about what you are going to do and do immediately?
Yeah, 100% is that just get right back into the buy box. I had a buy box for 2 years that I track, and I've been tracking it, but not aggressively making offers off of the MLS. But because of the nature of what's going on in the market with days on market, we are now going to launch and be sending out multiple offers every single day. And specifically, even in my own business, we're doing price reductions. We have deals that are not going to retail to normal retail finance buyers. Those are deals that need to be done cash or done creatively. So I know that this is going to be a huge opportunity leaning into the summer.
Yeah, I want people to hear this. Ty's been in the business 30 years. He has multiple ways of getting leads. For the last 2 or 3 years, most, if not all of his business has been off market, network, texting, mailers, whatever it is. What Ty just told you is he's going hunting in the MLS. And I want to read his text because this is like the attitude I want from everybody watching this. I'm going to go to the multiple listing service. I'm going to make 2 or 3 offers every day. That means 10 to 15 offers a week. I expect to get 2 to 3 deals a month out of the MLS. I'm going to use days on market, keywords like probate, fixer, eviction, stuff like that. It is time to get aggressive. This is a
100%.
30-year vet telling you what to do. It's what I'm telling you to do. Get excited. Do the work. Finally, our time is coming. Matt, going to you next. I remember you telling me, I think it was last weekend, it might have been the weekend before, you locked up like 5 deals, $4 million or some crazy number. This is from people that are like, I'm going now. I'm going to get closing costs. I'm going to get a reduction. I'm going to move.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is if you're on team buy side, and a lot of us play there, whether it's, investing personally or, I'm working with buyers, Ty's working with buyers. It is an exciting time to be out in the market because every market's different. And this is where too, like, I'll talk to somebody. We can't do the work for you. Every market's going to behave a little bit different. So if you're in Memphis, Tennessee, if you're in Austin, Texas, if you're in Florida, and like inventory, like I think it was your video or another one, Mike, where I was listening and, 5 years, inventory is up 84% in New York City. Like, I don't know the intricacies of every single market, but what I do know is that you are in a great position as a buyer when the seller has something that all of a sudden is 29 days on market, 42 days on market, 57 days on market. We just increased our credit on one of our deals to $23,000. And the agent texts me and said, like, what do we do with it? I said, trust me, we'll figure it out, right? We're going to use every last dime. We're going to pay for all the closing costs. We're going to have a temporary rate buy down. And so there's a lot of stuff that you can do on the mortgage side, which is why I always implore people. You have to work with a phenomenal agent who's able to negotiate, who understands the market. And then you have to be able to work with agent and mortgage lender together who can walk you through the best use of capital. I had this thought, and I'll end with this. The other day, I'm going to put out some content for people who are buying new builds to help them look for what I know the new builder's lender isn't going to show them. Like, getting credit is great. How you maximize and make it most efficient for you is the secret sauce. $20,000 in credit from the builder. Okay, fine. Talk to them and tell them we want X on closing costs. We want X for a 1.0 buy down, or maybe a permit, whatever the case may be. Like, there's credits being given where it's good, but misused, you might light some money on fire.
No, I love that. I think it's a great idea. A lot of people need to know that. A lot of builders, especially as we get to the second half of the year, if it slows down, they're going to be giving credits away left, right, and center. I bought from a builder. I got 100 and, I got more than 10% off. I got permanent 30-year buy down to 499. Got some closing cost credits. Folks, it's time to get aggressive. You don't have to pay list price. You don't have to overbid for, something that's been on the market. Now, this doesn't apply to all home buyers. If you want the special house in the special place in the special condition, I'm sorry. But if you're an investor, you can hunt for the deals, days on market, all those things. It's time to get interesting. Elaine, welcome to the show. How you doing? What's going on in insurance? Still crazy
Hi, good
nuttiness?
morning. We're in the same spot, but there was something I wanted to talk about this morning, and it's something I don't think that I've mentioned before. It affects the home buyer as well as the investor. It's really not a good idea to have your escrow pay your insurance,
Oh, tell us why.
because they're just responsible for paying the bill. And so when you get an increase, you don't really see that. You just see it once your mortgage payment goes up.
Yeah, the escrow
And
analysis.
sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes that can be 3 to 6 months away.
Correct.
So you want to make sure that you pay and you don't put that on your escrow
I like that.
bill. Yeah, it gives you more power and time to get new rates and see if you can qualify for better rates. I've never mentioned that before. I don't know why, but and also there's the control that you have in that when the original mortgagee that is buying the loan, usually the title company pays that original amount,
Yep.
and then that loan gets bought. And sometimes, a lot of times, and I would say it's upwards of 75 to 80% of the time, all we do when the companies call and verify insurance is we verify the insurance.
Yeah, you just say yes or no. Yep.
Right. And so when it's time for your renewal, the renewal premium is getting sent to the old mortgage company, which is usually the title company.
Yeah.
And nobody pays it, and you don't know you don't have insurance for upwards of 6 months sometimes.
Yeah.
Until somebody's telling you that they're going to force place insurance onto your loan. So that is a huge factor. One, it's the knowledge of not even knowing. And two, you don't get the power to be able to get your new rates.
I think that is such wise advice. And again, I don't know that I would have had that opinion a decade ago. For a decade or so, I've escrowed insurance and all of that because insurance would go up $12, $52. It would be nominal if a pain. But I was surprised by a couple of my things going up $400 or $500. I'm like, when did this happen? Right. And it was because I had it escrowed.
Well,
Yeah,
I was responsible for about a year and a half ago. I got one of our insureds $26,700 back. And that's because when they came to us, they just said, I need home and auto insurance, blah, blah, blah. We pay the home and auto. So there was no escrow company, no mortgage company even put on there. Well, they never told that to, I can't remember which company. It was either Nationwide or Nation Safe or something like that. But it took me about 6 months. Their premiums they were paying, their mortgagee was paying in their escrow account over $4,000 a month because they thought they still had a wood-shaped roof that had already been replaced with an asphalt roof. And they were paying $4,500 a year for almost 6 years. And paying our insurance, which was like $800 or $900 a year. So I was able to show proof of insurance and be able to get that money back. It took a couple of months. It took a lot of emails, a lot of manpower, but we were able to get that money back. But that's what happens. These mortgagees they're just going to keep paying. If they get that bill, they're just going to keep paying it.
Yeah, of course. I like it. Elaine, great advice. Great advice. Matt, you wanted to say something?
Well, yeah, because this is the cool part about, having friends that are smart within their industry. Like, I haven't really thought about that, but with the number of reach outs I've had, May and June is generally when they do escrow analysis, most servicers. a lot of people like, what the heck happened? And what happens is that change happens. Your insurance went up 40%. So going forward, hey, we've got to collect more. And there was a shortage, so we got to collect
Even
120
more.
a month over 12 months to make up your shortage. So they're like double hit. And
Yes.
I went in and looked, a lot of the services are really good about setting that up, but I'm actually probably going to start implementing, hey, maybe you want to budget in the $500 or $600 a month for property taxes, leave that alone, but you
Yeah.
can waive. Most mortgage companies now too, they don't mind it. You can waive all or part of the escrows, meaning pay your homeowner's insurance separate, and they're not going to, care about it, because it's a good point. I've had people non-renew, and then if they wouldn't have not like on their own fault by like not paying, it makes their insurance that much more expensive. So when you're controlling it, you're going to see that ahead of time. I like that, Elaine. I think I'm going to have that conversation. I'm implementing that into my process, like starting today.
Yeah, it is really important for the investors and the brokers and the real estate agents to have those conversations. And to and even if it's that conversation plus, hey, when you know that you went from, I don't know, PennyMac to somebody else, Country Town Mortgage or whatever, when that gets bought out and you have a different mortgage company, make sure you advise your insurance company to change that mortgagee so that it gets billed to the proper mortgagee.
I like it. I like it. Elaine, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, ask questions around this, how would they do that?
They can call or text 559-696-9196, or my email is elaine@fastsavings.co.
Folks, if you're in California specifically, you need to have an insurance broker in your network. If you don't have one, I strongly recommend Elaine. She has bailed me out several times. 559-696-9196. Going back around the horn, Mr. Matt, the mortgage guy, if somebody wanted to reach out, team buy side, how do they reach out?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. We got people in 48 states, so we're happy to connect with you, get you pre-approved, get you in a position where you're ready to start firing offers. And I'm always encouraging people. Greatmortgagebroker.com, get yourself pre-approved. Let us know what agent you're working with so that we can work together. Because if agent and loan officer aren't communicating, you've got a strategic plan. Hey, I want a 1.0 buy down. I need all my closing costs covered because I want to limit my cash. Like, if the realtor doesn't know that, no matter how good they are, they're not going to be able to, weave that into the offers that you're making. So greatmortgagebroker.com, get yourself pre-approved, get yourself a great agent, let them work together. Opportunity galore coming. I can see it.
Absolutely. And Ty, we're going to close with where we started. We're going to be shopping in the MLS, brother. That's a little fun. That's a little different.
Big time. And not only that, but I want to say, you don't have to be an insider. You don't have to be a member of the MLS. You can do this on Redfin. You can do this on Zillow. Michael's done it. You can set up your searches, your keywords, look at your buy box every day. There is going to be a lot of opportunity. That mediocre inventory is not moving like it was over the last 18 months with rates sticky, higher for longer. This is a great opportunity for investors. So I love what we're doing, Michael.
Yeah. And again, folks, let me just tell you what's going to happen in the future. Summer's going to end. Fall will start. Then winter. You want to get ready now. You want to get your buy box, start tracking, watch days on market, write price cuts so that you can get ready and be ready when it really gets slow. Ty, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, how would they do that?
Very simple. ty@tylg.com. That's my email. I treat email like most people treat text messages. Plus, it's archived. I'll interact with you. Any deals, questions, anybody in the one rental at a time community, I'm always here. Love to connect with you.
And then Ty, just because I got you, what can you tell them about Buying Vegas? We've got 2 in the can, and you're actively working 3 and 4.
Yeah, so exciting, man. Incredible content. You're going to see Michael presenting on stage. We did a meetup, lots of interaction behind the scenes. I love the fact that even in 3 and 4, you really get to see the dynamics of Olivia and Michael's relationship, and more specifically, Michael's secret weapon, which is Olivia. She's driven, she's smart. They work incredibly well as a team. They push each other. They're very complementary. So you're going to see a lot of behind the scenes of what a real power couple, a team a husband and wife, a spouse, you know, how it is with your spouse involved. You're going to see that behind the scenes. So I'm super excited to share that. Can't wait for it. 3 and 4, 1 and 2 are in the box, ready to be released. We're going to hold off. We're going to get 3 and 4 done. Then we'll be working on 5 and 6, but all the content's recorded. So we're really excited about releasing this.
Can't wait, guys. Have an amazing week. Take care of yourself. Oh, I'll say it here. We're going to be out and about for a couple weeks. Look for an email from me on when our next session will be, but it will not be next Monday. That much we know. So, all right, guys, take care. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.